Hello everyone and thanks for joining us. This is Ameco and you're watching our daily updates live from the studio. I am Gaila Damu. Stay tuned. President Sahlawork Zewde, Prosperity Party Vice President Temesgen Trune and other high-ranking government officials visit the East Africa Pastoralist Expo in Addis Ababa. The expo is organized by the Ministry of Irrigation and Lowlands and Intergovernmental Authority on Development (IGAD under the theme of Pastoralist, the East African Mosaic. The expo provides a platform for dialogue, collaboration and policy advocacy to enhance the well-being of pastoralists in the region. The main objective of the expo, which drew from more than 1,200 pastoralists from the IGAD region, is to promote trade and regional developmental integration. The expo also aims at ensuring shared and mutual development among countries in the region by mitigating the challenges of the pastoral communities. Furthermore, the expo celebrates the rich cultural heritage, resilience and sustainable development of pastoral communities, in addition to showcasing new heights of collaboration, representing a crucial step towards greater regional integration. The expo is meant to recognize the effect of pastoralists in the Horn of Africa in terms of production and sustainable management of ecosystems and vast dry land. It was launched. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed announced that the return of Sahai aircraft from Italy. The Prime Minister shared on Twitter that the official handover of Sahai by the Italian government is a day of great pride for Ethiopians. The Premier also extended his immense gratitude to his Italian counterpart Giorgia Meloni for her support over the past year in facilitating its return. Abiy said Sahai is the first aircraft built in Ethiopia in 1935 under the collaborative efforts of the German engineer and pilot of the Emperor Herr Ludwig Weber and Ethiopian individuals of that era. The first BRICS Sherpa and Sous Sherpa meeting for 2024 under the chairmanship of the Russian Federation was commenced today in Moscow. Modom Luye has the details.
The first BRICS Sherpa meeting for 2024 under the chairmanship of the Russian Federation has commenced in Moscow. Ethiopia is participating in its first ever meeting as a member to the BRICS platform. The Ethiopian delegation is headed by the Governor of the National Bank of Ethiopia and Ethiopia's BRICS Sherpa, His Excellency Mamo Meratu, including the State Minister for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Ambassador Msganu Arga. Mamo Meratu, in his opening speech, reaffirmed Ethiopia's commitment and readiness to closely work with the BRICS members to strengthen economic partnership, that Ethiopia will actively participate in implementing the BRICS strategy for economic partnership. Mamo also stated that Ethiopia believes BRICS membership will provide a unique opportunity and a much-needed impetus to further develop economic relationship with BRICS members, both at the bloc's level and bilaterally, in ensuring stable and predictable market access, addressing the infrastructure finance gap, mobilizing investment capital, and diversifying and modernizing Ethiopia's economy. Mamo reaffirmed Ethiopia's commitment to cooperative multilateralism and that Ethiopia believes in multilateralism that is inclusive, fair, and productive. Mamo further stressed on Ethiopia's interest to join various BRICS sectorial cooperation platforms in the fields of health, education, science, agriculture, technology, energy, and climate change. The Sherpa meeting is taking place under the motto of strengthening multilateralism for equitable global development and security.
Veteran Ethiopian media professionals said the Ethiopian news agency INA, which inaugurated a modern media complex, must further invest in human capital and content to compete in Africa. Brown Workana has the details.
The state-of-the-art media complex with 3 cutting-edge television studios and 4 radio studios, advanced broadcasting equipment and a vast digital archive are testaments to the agency's aspiration to expand service and reliable media that voices the African narratives. Among the prominent media professionals who attended the inauguration, Amara Regawi, Ethiopian Reporter News Owner and General Manager, and Ethiopian Media Council Executive Body Chairman, noted that true media power lies not just in hardware, but in the human capital and content that brings stories to life. The one-time Ethiopian News Agency manager said, "INA's investment in the building, technology, and the studios are amazing. According to him, the studio is fantastic for the radio and television and everything. But the news agency should also invest on human resource to improve content and become competent media in Ethiopia and Africa."
The studio is amazing, and congratulations. But I would like to emphasize on one thing, when people watch or see the television of Ethiopian News Agency or read the newspaper or whatever it is the news, they don't think of the building, they think of the content. So as much as they have invested on the building and on the technology, invest on the human resource also. Invest on the human resource.
The respected figure in the Ethiopian media landscape underscored the importance of skilled journalists who can produce high quality and engaging content that resonates with audiences. Amara believed that by nurturing its human resource and diversifying its content, INA can become a true competitor and reliable source of information in Africa. Ethiopian Mass Media Professionals Association President Tibabu Belleta recalled on his part, INA produced and dispatched content about African countries and was a voice of the oppressed during the colonial ordeals. Since its inception 82 years ago, the Ethiopian News Agency has been a voice for African countries, particularly during the struggle for independence from colonialism. And with its new complex and vast archive, INA is now poised for a renewed role in shaping the continent's narrative. However, Tibabu also believed that to truly thrive, the news agency must continue investing in human resource and content creation alongside expanding its regional and global reach. The president stressed for INA to thrive further, it should continue to build the capacity of its human resource and expand branches and partnerships with many countries in Africa and the world. According to Tibabu, there is still neo-colonialism when cultures and identities of Africans and others are being influenced using new ways of communication, including media, than weaponizing invasion or colonialism.
The Agao Horse Culture Festival is celebrated on 23rd January Ethiopian calendar every year. This year, the festival is to be held for the 84th time, and the preparation is already completed. Bran Workana has the details on it.
Awi Nationality, Administration, Culture and Tourism Department stated that the zone has completed its preparation to celebrate the 84th anniversary of Agao Horse Culture Festival, colorfully keeping its social values as it is. According to the head of Culture and Tourism Department of the zone, Mr. Laiken Sisai, the festival is being celebrated with different events every year on January 23 Ethiopian calendar. The committees have completed their preparation to celebrate the festival colorfully. As two committees, the prime responsibility is keeping the social values to sustain and make the event one of a remarkable tourist destination in the region. Chairman of the Agao Horse Culture Association, Tlaye Ayeno, on his part said, members of Agao Horse Culture have completed their preparation to celebrate the festival colorfully and properly. Tlaye also stated that the Agao Horse Culture has strong organizations from Kabale to Warada level. According to the chairman, different kinds of horse riding scenes are going to be performed for the participants of the event. The 84-year-old association is registered at National Heritage as Agao Horse Culture in 2014 Ethiopian calendar and has over 62,000 members by now.
The Ethiopian Intellectual Property Authority said that Ethiopia is revamping the patent system, aiming to encourage globally competitive inventions and foster development and prosperity. Modomliye has more on it.
The European Patent Office and the authority organized a symposium on Ethiopia's patent reforms, meeting with government, industry, and academic institutions. Ethiopian Intellectual Property Authority Director General Waldu Imasel on the occasion said his authority is revamping the nation's patent system, aiming to encourage globally competitive innovations and facilitate development and prosperity. Recognizing the crucial role of intellectual property in fostering innovation, the authority is actively collaborating with the European Patent Office to modernize Ethiopia's patent landscape. The authority's multifaceted reforms encompass revising the patent proclamation, establishing a framework for protecting traditional knowledge, developing a geospatial information proclamation, and crafting a national intellectual property policy strategy. These initiatives aim to create a robust and comprehensive intellectual property ecosystem that fosters creativity, protects investors' rights, and attracts foreign investment, it's learned. European Patent Office has been supporting the authority to revise the patent proclamation and connecting Ethiopian universities with European patent system resources, he pointed out. So far, 2 Ethiopian universities are connected to these resources, and 8 more will be added to the list, he stated. To improve the patent system, the authority has embarked on a revision of the patent proclamation, a draft of traditional knowledge, and a geospatial proclamation, it is learned. European Patent Office Regional Desk Coordinator Nicolas Koenig said his office will continue to strengthen support to the authority to improve the patent system. The office is successful in the patent issues registration and will share that experience with Ethiopia, he added. Since its inception, the Ethiopian Intellectual Property Authority has registered 658 patents. Justice State Minister Ermias Yemane Birhan said revising the patent law, which has been in effect for decades, is crucial to encourage competitive innovations that drive the country's development plans. The reforms the authority has been undertaking are key instruments to improve the patent system in the country, he added. Innovation and Technology State Minister Fozia Ali said innovation plays an irreplaceable role in making digital Ethiopia a reality. The patent law that is being revised will bring the government's efforts in the sector to a higher level and will allow the creation of internationally accepted innovations, she noted. Creative owners in the country should also get the benefits they deserve from the sector in a proper way, Fozia added. The ongoing patent reforms and collaborative efforts with the European Patent Office hold immense potential to propel Ethiopia up the rankings and unlock its true innovation potential.
As we proceed to news beyond borders, International Criminal Court said that grounds to believe Sudan's warring sides are committing crimes in Darfur. The International Criminal Court prosecutors said on Monday there are grounds to believe both Sudan's armed forces and paramilitary rivals commit atrocities in the Darfur region. Karim Khan addressed the UN Security Council gathered in New York from Chad's capital. The Rome Statute established in the ICC in 2002 to investigate the world's worst atrocities, war crimes, crimes against humanity and genocide, and the crime of aggression. Darfur, which was wrecked by bloodshed and atrocities in 2003, has been an epicenter of the current conflict, an arena of ethnic violence where paramilitary troops and allied Arab militias have been attacking non-Arab ethnic groups, as African News reported it. Hamas's political leader has confirmed it is studying a new proposal to pause the fighting in the Gaza Strip. Ismail Haniyeh said the group had been invited to discuss a framework set out by Israel, the US, Qatar, and Egypt. It reportedly proposes a 6-week truce when more Israeli hostages will be exchanged for Palestinian prisoners. Mr. Haniyeh stressed that Hamas's priorities were a permanent ceasefire and full Israeli withdrawal, but Israel's prime minister ruled them out. Benjamin Netanyahu insisted the war would not end until total victory had been achieved, which he said meant the elimination of Hamas and the release of all hostages. The conflict was triggered by an unprecedented cross-border attack by Hamas gunmen on southern Israel on 7th October, in which about 1,300 people were killed and about 250 others taken hostage. More than 26,700 people have been killed in Gaza since then, according to the territory's Hamas-run health ministry. During a week-long ceasefire in late November, 105 Israeli and foreign hostages were freed in exchange for 240 Palestinians held in Israeli jails. Israel says 136 hostages are still being held, although about 2 dozen of those are presumed to be dead, as BBC News reported it. That's all the news we have for today. I'm Gaila Damu. Thanks for watching and stay tuned with the rest of Ameco programs.